What's going on, guys? It's Jake, and we've gotten a lot of Beyblade news over the last couple of weeks. In fact, we pretty much already know everything that's going to be coming out for the rest of summer. But a release that I never mentioned, despite making a couple of news videos, was the upcoming random layer collection, which has Dread Bahumut. So, let's just get right into it. So we've known about Dread Bahumut for a little while now, and it's kind of old news at this point. But just a couple of days ago, the official CoroCoro Comics YouTube channel actually released their own video where they talk about it, they show the gimmick, and they also show the other bays or the other layers that are in the random layer collection. I'm only going to be showing you guys a few screenshots and a little bit of information on the layers, but if you guys want to see the full video and see the full information, it'll be in the description down below. Before I hop into the news about the random layer collection and Dread Bahumut, let's hit 1,000 likes on this video. Like always, you guys have been knocking it out of the park, hitting that like button, and it's been really amazing. So if we can hit 1,000 likes, that'd be awesome. Also, you might as well subscribe to join the Nook Nation. You might as well. We're past 200K, but our next goal is 250,000 subs. 250,000. That's crazy. That's crazy when you think about it. So first of all, we're going to look at the box that the random layer collection is coming in. And what is kind of interesting is I don't believe random layer stuff like this has been released in boxes before. And that's why this is volume 1. Usually they're in those gotcha. What? Those gotcha machines that you put a coin in, you twist it, and you'll get something random. That is usually what these random layer stuff is from. But this is in a box now, which is cool. And it says volume 1, so hopefully that means that we're going to be getting more throughout GT. I'm hoping we get at least like 3 or 4 by the time GT ends. And hopefully the prize is a new layer like we're getting with Dread Bahumut and not just kind of a re-release or something like that. But looking at the box, there are 4 different layers that are included. Of course, Dread Bahumut. We have a yellow and like goldish color Ace Valkyrie, a red Air Knight, and a green and yellow Dead Phoenix. Taking a look at Air Knight first, I've never really been the biggest fan of Air Knight in general. In fact, I don't even have one. I never got the random booster that had it because it just did not feel worth it to me. I always just kind of thought it was just going to be a Maximum Garuda Part 2. Pretty much, but I like this recolor. I do like the original color scheme more, the blue and silver, and even the white one is pretty nice, and the red it's all right to me, but it's definitely not what I would hope to get out of this random layer volume. Next up, we have the Dead Phoenix layer, and it is a green and yellow, and I like it because it is so different from the red and silver and black, the dark color scheme of the original release. And it looks really cool. I wonder how the green will look in person. I kind of hope it's not like a cheapier green. But you know, it's Takara-Tomy. Takara-Tomy always has pretty good quality. So I don't really have much to say about it other than I like it. Now, rounding off the non-prize bays from the random layer volume is this Ace Valkyrie. And I really like this one. I will say it's hard to tell just based off of the picture whether it's going to be more of a yellow or if it's going to be more of a gold or like a mix of both. But just from the picture and how bright the colors look, it definitely looks really good. And I definitely think that this is going to be people's second prize bay or prize layer pretty much, because I would much rather have this over the Dead Phoenix and the Air Knight layer. But it's Ace Valkyrie with this yellow and gold color scheme with blue stickers, and it also has the Sin layer weight from Wizard Fafnir. So I'm definitely pretty excited for this one. This is my second favorite from this volume of different layers. Kind of didn't know where I was going there. Now, guys, we can get on to the main prize bay or the prize layer from this random layer volume, and it is Dread Bahumut. This is an evolution to Arc Bahamut or Arc Bahamut for the Hasbro name from Beyblade Burst Evolution or God. And I don't really know if this is going to be seen in the anime, and if it is, I highly doubt that BOA is going to be coming back and using it, but it's pretty cool, and the gimmick is really nice as well. So we're going to start off by looking at the GT chip. So the interesting points about the GT chip are the fact that, of course, it, you know, keeps that dark colored and the purple color scheme that we had in the original release of Arc Bahamut. Also, it is still left spin, which is great, and I really like how we're getting more and more left spin types. What kind of sucked about Wizard Fafnir is the fact that you just can't really do much with the parts with the whole Gatinko system. You can't make a Slash Fafnir or a Wizard Valkyrie because those parts just can't combine because they are different spin directions. So by getting Dread Bahumut, we're now able to mix up at least a couple of different parts. Now we can get on to the less interesting part of the layer, which is the weight. We aren't getting a new weight here. We are getting the same one from Bushin Ashura, and it is called 10. I don't really have much to say about this weight. It is not the heaviest weight, and it's not really the most balanced either. So I don't really know much about it. I don't know how useful it is. I would say it's not as useful as the Sen weight that comes with Wizard Fafnir because it's not as balanced and it doesn't weigh as much. But, you know, it's 10, I guess. Next up, we have the layer base, which is called Dread, and I think that the gimmick for this base is pretty interesting, and I hope that it makes up for the fact that the teeth on Bahamut are probably going to be pretty weak. I would say it's overall less round in general than Arc Bahamut, but it doesn't have as nearly as many exposed edges or parts that kind of pop out, or places where other bays can kind of hook in and make really big contacts. But the shape of the layer actually changes depending on how close Bahamut is to bursting. Whenever the bay is fully clicked and ready to go, you have these blue contact points on the top corners that kind of pop out a little bit. But whenever the bay gets closer and closer to bursting, the shape of the layer becomes more round. And you can see it in this video right here. As you spin it, there's like parts in the layer that kind of push in and activate, and it makes the layer more and more round. I like that a lot, and just by first look, you know, maybe that'll be really strong, maybe that'll be overpowered, but then again, it does have to get pretty close to bursting to become super round, and by that point, you know, a good hit is still going to make it burst. So I feel like, you know, unless you have really good teeth with it or something, maybe it won't really be as useful as I'm hoping it'll be. And also, we don't have any left spin chips that have really strong teeth at this point, and I kind of doubt that we will now, because if you put something that has really good teeth with this Dread layer base, it could be pretty overpowered. It could be really strong. Something I am wondering is whether or not we are going to see this released again at some point in the future, because typically some random layer collection layers do get released, such as Orb Aegis or Aegis. Orb Aegis released in a random layer collection first, and then later came out in the same set as Chozy Spriggan. So maybe, I don't really know if they'll keep this as an exclusive. The fact that it comes in its own box and it'll be on shelves and not in the gacha machines does make me think that we aren't going to see this re-released. But if we do, I'm wondering where. If it's going to be just kind of released on its own in a booster, or if it's going to be included in a set. Because we're probably going to get a set. I mean, we had the God customized set, and then we had the Chozy customized set, so I don't doubt that we're gonna get one for GT as well. Maybe that's where we'll get the new Spriggan. I don't know. I'm really hoping we get a new Spriggan, and I hope we get it in its own release, not in a set. That'd be really cool. But we're talking about Bahamut right now. We're talking about Bahamut. Why are we talking about Spriggan? But yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see this released by itself at some point. But pretty much, guys, that is going to wrap up the news. We have a Random Layer Volume 1 releasing in a box, which is breaks the mold from the other Random Layer collections we had before, and it includes 4 different layers. The prize, which is Dread Bahumut, the secondary prize, I think, which is Ace Valkyrie, and then the other 2 is a red Air Knight and a green and yellow Dead Phoenix. And the release for this Random Layer Volume 1 is just around the corner. It releases the same day as Judgment Joker, which is May 25th. Let me know what you guys think of Dread Bahumut in the comments down below. And if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes. And also subscribe to join the Nook Nation, so that way you can help me on our goal. Help us. Help the Nook Nation reach their goal. Reach our goal of 250,000 subscribers. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Have fun and BEY away.